So let's start. What's your name, your class, and your major?
Okay, I'm Amber Snyder. I'm a junior, rising senior, and I'm a biology major, minoring in English and creative writing.
Wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
Jefferson, Maryland.
And tell us about your family.
I go here with my twin sister, Erin, and then we have a younger sister at home.
Okay. What about pets?
We have a lot. We have 2 dogs, 4, probably soon to be 5 horses, a cat, and a bunny. So it's a lot of animals.
Yeah.
All over the
So do you
place.
live like on a big ranch?
No, it's like it's kind of like a farmette. So it's like 10 acres, and we have fields and for the horses and sheds. No barn, but they don't need one. They're wild. They don't care.
Oh, okay. So why did you choose to come to Sweetbriar?
It had the majors that I wanted. It had the riding program, which was definitely a big draw because I wanted to be able to ride in college, and it was small enough that I felt like I could be able to like actually get to know people and not be able to like hide in the back easily because that's something that I tend to do and I know I shouldn't. So with smaller classes and stuff, it's easier to get myself to actually like be involved and all that.
Nice. It sounds like you are very insightful into your own personality. Do you own a Coach bag?
No.
Okay. Why have you stayed at Sweetbriar?
I think I've made a lot of friends here, so that's definitely a big reason to stick around. And like I feel like once you get here, you just get involved in so many things. It draws you in, and you just want to stay and keep doing the things that you're doing. So like if you get involved in a bunch of tap clubs or teams, then I think that is one of the big things that makes you want to stick around because they're fun.
Yeah.
And then of course academics are good too. We have good professors.
Good. Let's see. What are some things that you like most about Sweetbriar?
I think we have, our majors are pretty small right now. The people, like our professors that we have in those majors are really good. And they're really involved with the students and they care about the students. And we've gotten some really interesting classes. So
What was your what would you describe as an interesting class? Like what was one of your favorites?
well, this wasn't a class that I took specifically, but I know people who did and they enjoyed it. And it was an English and creative writing class that was called like Writing Our Obsessions and Desires. And that didn't fit in my schedule, but I have friends who took it and they really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that didn't fit into your schedule.
Yeah, that's okay.
What has been your most favorite class at Sweetbriar and why?
I think I just finished taking molecular biology of infectious disease, which it was just a lecture class. It didn't have any lab involved, but it was really interesting because it's like an upper level science class and you're learning about all the different mechanisms of infection and stuff, which was really cool. And we finished out the semester by applying it to different diseases. So we learned about like botulism and Ebola and anthrax and things like that. So that was really cool to learn about.
Awesome. What are some things you like most about the cross country team at Sweetbriar?
The cross country team's great. It's small, which is okay because everyone gets along. I think everyone works really well together, and it's just a team of really nice people, and it's great.
Based on your observations, in what ways would you say that the Sweetbriar cross country team is different than cross country teams at other schools?
I would assume assume that we are smaller than a lot of cross country teams at other schools. This is my first time actually doing cross country like this past season.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really done any track or cross country before that, but from my understanding, other schools probably have larger teams, so I feel like it could be harder to get to know all your teammates and get close to them like we have.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on how do you feel about the training that we do with our cross country team?
I think it's definitely intense, but I like it because I never thought that I would be able to do long runs, running for like an hour and 45 minutes at a time, or like even assuming I'm going to build up to be able to run longer than that this season. And I never thought I'd be able to do that, and so that's just really cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. So does that change your outlook for like anything you want to try to do in the future?
I would definitely like to keep running after college. I think it's just a fun way to release some stress, but also like just being able to do a long run that I never thought I'd be able to do. Like, oh, what else could you do that you didn't think you'd be able to do?
Yeah.
So like if you just put your mind to it, you can probably do it.
Yeah. What do you want to do after you graduate?
I'm considering a couple things. I have a technical writing internship that if I get enough hours done this summer, I could just be converted to a full-time employee after graduation. That's at the National Institutes of Health, so it's a pretty cool place to work. In case I want to keep pursuing biology, which I'm also interested in continuing with, maybe grad school, maybe working in a lab. I'm not really sure. I'll have to pick at some point. But I want to keep exploring it.
Tell us about your tech writing internship. Like, what do you do there?
So it's at the National Institutes of Health. It's with the Office of Research Facilities. So we basically, my branch is in charge of maintaining like the air conditioning units, the lighting systems, a lot of things like that in the hospitals, like in the clinical center where they have all their operating rooms and things like that. The lighting's really important. The ventilation's really important. In the labs, lighting is really important too. So like I wrote a technical document for, it was basically an instructions manual on how to program a lighting system in an animal lab. And the lighting is really important in the animal labs because they want to keep them on a really strict schedule. And before I got there and wrote the document, there wasn't really like a set method that people used to program the lighting system, and it would go wrong a lot. And I just found out that they used my manual to program the lighting system, and now they're sending people to the manual that I wrote, and they're using it
Awesome.
to actually program. So that's cool.
Yeah, good work. Where do you want to live after you graduate, or in the future?
I would like to go back to Maryland. It's familiar, and I like it.
Yeah.
If I had to choose, I would rather go more north than south. It's just too hot for me. I would never see myself going to Florida or something like that. I would just melt.
Yeah. And where is the NIH? Where is your internship located?
It's kind of central-ish Maryland. So where I live, it's really close to this little skinny part of western-ish central Maryland, where you can go 15 minutes one way and be in West Virginia and drive 40 minutes the other way and be in Pennsylvania. So, and then NIH is more towards the middle of the state, so it's more central Maryland.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I don't know. I don't know this reference.
That's okay. That's all right. What's your favorite food?
Chocolate.
Oh, I think I knew that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite music artist or group?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. I like a lot of Taylor Swift is great. Panic at the Disco is great. Not a lot of people know Amber Run, but they're really good too. We saw them in concert. They're so good. I just like a lot of different genres and a lot of people. hard to pick.
Yeah, that's okay. What's your favorite movie?
Oh gosh, I would say Harry Potter, but the movies did the books a disservice because you can't include everything, and that's just sad. If we're talking kids movies, Spirit is great. Spirit is like the staple horse person's movie, and it's the best one, and there will never be another like it.
Okay. Here's another one out of left field. Who framed Roger Rabbit?
I don't know. I grew up in a barn. I don't know these things.
That's fine. That's all right. Do you even know, like, where that's from?
I'm gonna guess a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's actually a movie by that name.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I guess I need to go see it.
What's the best place you visited, and why did you like it?
Ooh. I went to Germany after graduating high school, and Germany's just a really cool place. It's really, they have like the mountains and all the history there. Like they have really, really ancient buildings. You know, just in America we have like settlements that date back to like the 1600s, and that's it. And then you can go to Germany and there's like a building that says this was built in 1150. I'm like, wow, that's really old.
Yeah, so that's fun. What is there anything people don't know about you but you wish they did?
I guess that I don't know. I guess coming with having an identical twin, that we don't care if you like mess our names up or get things wrong, as long as you try. That's because it's frustrating when people just say, "Hey,
Yeah.
twins," because we do have names.
Yeah.
And even if you get them wrong, I don't care, as long as you just guess. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I can think of off the top of my head.
No, that's good.
I'll come up with a better answer like when I'm done.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you're finishing up your junior year, and you're going to be a senior next year. Do you have any advice? Like, what advice would you give to like incoming first years or high school students?
Well, college is definitely different than high school because you have to do a lot of the work on your own, and it's good to pace yourself. Don't save everything for the night before. Don't save all your studying for the night before, because even though it's more fun to hang out with your friends and order Domino's when on a night when you do have time to study, it's better to take a little time and do some homework, because it's just not fun to stay up all night stressed out because you didn't study enough. And as long as you pace yourself, you'll still have time for fun things, and you'll have time for school, because that's why you're here. You do pay to go to school, and you pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
So make sure you fit in your schoolwork and do as well as you want to.
Great. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Cross country's cool. You can do it.
Awesome.